Coming in, you guys, it's day number 3 of my ice bath challenge. If you have not been joining me so far in the new year, I have made it not really a New Year's resolution, but a challenge that I'm doing in the year 2022 to get into an ice bath, aka my Morozco Forge, every single day for the entire year. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm going on camera to stay accountable to you guys. It would be very easy for me to just say, oh yeah, I did my ice bath, and then not show you on camera. So I'm coming on camera to stay honest and to talk to you guys a little bit. Yesterday was really interesting for all the people that said, I could never do that. And it's been amazing to me watching the reaction people have had. Oh, that's a hard no for me, Jimmy, without even really looking into it, without even really giving it a second look. I'm amazed, guys. Aren't you curious? Isn't improving your health why you follow somebody like me? And so this is really no different. You're trying to improve your health. You want to do different modalities. And this is definitely one of those. So, all right. So I'm going to pop in again to the Morozco Forge ice bath. Got plenty of ice in there today. It's actually very cool outside here today. Yesterday it was like in the mid 70s. Today it's in the mid 40s. And so I actually popped into the hot tub before. So I'm actually warm in the body. I don't think I've ever gone right from the hot tub to the ice before. So this is going to be interesting. So hello, Linda. Hello, Sharon. Hello, everyone joining. We're going to go live here, pop into the ice bath, and definitely have your questions ready. I can't see them when I'm in the ice bath, but when I get out, I will address your questions. But I'm just still amazed how many people are just, it's a hard no for me. They don't even want to hear about this. And this is what's so concerning to me as someone who's been in the health space now a very long time, over a decade and a half. I've been talking about diet and health. And it's like if somebody tells you about something about health and you just automatically dismiss it, I mean, it's kind of insulting to just outright dismiss it. Like, at least hear about it, at least watch. And I guess a lot of you are watching. I'm going to set this down. A lot of you are watching with curiosity, but you're kind of like skeptical. And I've had other people who've said, hey, because of you, I did a cold shower today. So I guess it cuts both ways. All right, 5 minutes is on the clock, you guys. I'm going to start that bad boy, and we're going to get in here. So as painful as this can be in some ways, using your breath is a very effective way to calm you down, because your body wants to feel the pain and wants you to get out. So the pain is designed to get you to take action. But when you calm your brain, because it's really just a brain response, it's really not a physiological response, your brain kind of freaks out. But when you calm the brain down, like I did for about just over a minute, I was doing that breathing, it calms you down enough so that you can now be in this ice bath and get the benefits. So for all those people that say it's a hard no from me and you just outright dismiss this, I just think you're robbing yourself. And people are like, you could never convince me. And I'm like, I'm not really trying to, honestly. I know that I've gotten benefits from doing this that have gone well beyond anything I could have ever imagined being in a bunch of ice like this. And all I do in my work is share things that help me that I think could help you as well. And so for the people that say, well, I could never do it, and it's a hard no from me, you got to do a better job of convincing me, Jimmy. I'm like, no, I sure don't. All I can do is give you the information. What you decide to do with that information is on you. At the end of the day, I'm getting the benefits. I'm feeling good doing these. I'm allowing my body to heal little by little, 1 5-minute ice bath at a time. And while I want to see you guys healthy, I can't make you do this. All I can do is make suggestions. And a lot of you have taken me up on this cold challenge by starting in the shower, turning on the cold water in the shower. That's beautiful. I had a friend of mine today. She goes by Nerdy Nutrition here on Instagram, and she got into a 5-minute bathtub water in the bathtub. Just had the cold water in the bathtub and got in there for 5 minutes. That's all it takes. Just commit yourself to trying it, pushing yourself to do something that you never thought possible, rather than just having this hard no and potentially robbing yourself of a very effective modality for your health. Take a chance. What is the worst that can happen? I'm literally in almost 32-degree temperature water. You see all the ice. And I'm getting benefits. And I'm allowing my body to experience this and experience it daily. And to have the ability to prove to myself I can do something really freaking hard. This is something most people would never even try to do. And yet here I am, not only in it, but pretty chill, literally chill, but pretty chill talking to you without quivering in my voice. And I got 10 seconds left and I've been in here 5 minutes. 5 minutes blows by, guys, like so fast. And so that's 5 minutes. All right, so I'm going to end like I always do. Woo! There's a lot of ice on top of me. Woo! Oh, all right, Mr. Beeper, let's turn you off. Whew. I like putting that ice. Oh, that ice just got all of my hair. I like doing the ice at the end. Right on top. Right on top of my head. Woo. Okay. This is the hardest part too, coming out of it. And everything in the body tingling. My hands really, really sore from being in the cold water. Woo. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to catch my breath here. But thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. I'm going to be here all year doing this. And there are a lot of people that are like, tell me everything about it. I'm like, I've got a whole year to tell you about cold therapy. So pace yourself a little bit. If anything, you're seeing that somebody can do this every day. And I'm not in shock. I'm not like hurting. My hands are hurting from being cold. That's the worst part. Literally my hands and my toes. Mainly my fingers and my toes. Very numb. But that's what happens. So give me a second. I'm still catching my breath a little bit. That is very intense. I know I make it look easy getting in and out of there. But it is quite the shock to the system, but in a good way. And people are like, isn't that too stressful on you? And I try to describe it for people that it's stress very similar to what you would get being on a fast. So when you're fasting, that's also a stress for your body. But you can still fast and fast for a long time. Same with exercise. That's also a big stress on your body. But you purposely do those things to get the hormetic effect. All right, let me scroll back. Make sure I see all the comments that come in. Those are some happy chickens in the background, says Sharon. Yes, Sharon, my backyard chickens have actually been molting on me for a very long time. Like 3 months, I had not gotten any eggs at all, like 0 eggs. Yesterday, I got 3 eggs. Today, I've gotten 2 so far. So, yes, they do seem to be happy chickens. I try to take care of them. Brown fat mitochondria, says Lynn Gard. Yes. Yes, that is a big one. I'm going to get nerdy with the Morosco Forge people, maybe a few other experts at some point bring on to talk about some of the scientific-y benefits. But yes, the brown fat mobilization, the mitochondria building, it is amazing. And it's something as simple as just exposing your body to cold temperature. Like, it doesn't sound like it would do a lot. But neither did keto. When you first hear about keto, okay, you cut your carbs, you eat more fat. I don't get what that does. You don't realize the powerful metabolic switch from sugar burner to fat burner. Well, the same thing goes for cold. You don't know all these things are kicking in when you go into cold water. And look, I did it last night, by the way. Right about this same time, I was in the Morosco Forge. And I got out, and within about 2.5 to 3 hours, I was in bed. And if you look at my stories, if you missed my stories, go back on my stories on Instagram, and you will see what my deep sleep was last night. Guys, it's no joke. 2 hours and 45 minutes of deep sleep. Now, I'm not crediting all the cold. The cold is a big part of it. The magnesium supplement that I've been telling you guys about, it's also a big part of it. So the upgraded formulas, upgraded magnesium. I keep it cool in the sleep environment. I keep it dark. I stop eating within 4 hours. So there's a lot of things that I do. But that cold, doing it like a couple hours before bedtime, drops that core body temperature, which enables the body to get into a really deep level of sleep. And so it's no joke. And if for no other reason, do it for that. Do it for your sleep. Do it so that you can be well rested. And look, you guys that do look at my sleep data, you know I don't sleep long. I sleep about 6 hours. And of the 6 hours, about 4 of it is restorative, deep, and REM. And so, like I said, 2 hours, 45 minutes of deep last night. I think it was like an hour and like 15 minutes of REM. So combined, it was right at the 4-hour mark that I like to reach. And so that is a huge benefit that I get from these ice baths. The Lady Lachey, what are some of the benefits that you have experienced? So deep sleep's a big one, as I was just mentioning, Lady Lachey. Inflammation lowering. Like sometimes I can feel that the body gets hot. And so when I have that feeling, I know being in an ice bath can actually help to lower that. So that is a big thing. I mean, a lot of the things are just subjective. Like when I get out of the ice bath, which I'm sitting here now, post ice bath, right about 5 or so minutes, and you just feel a relaxation, a calm, a sense of zen. By the way, the fingers, I can feel my fingers again. Just 5 minutes in there and they get really numb. But there's just this, I can't describe it adequately, but there's no drug that mimics being in cold. And if you're having trouble sleeping at all, if you're having any kind of difficulty with stress, try this. Get into your shower and turn on the cold water. And if it's too much too fast, go slow and start warm and work your way down. But get into cold exposure. It's going to change your mood. And it's just such a mood stabilizer, which I'm pretty chill anyway. But if I was upset, and I have been at times, get into an ice bath, get into cold exposure. It will calm you down. It will enable your brain to chill. And then those of you that have racing brains, like at bedtime, same thing. It will chill you down enough, literally will chill your body down, and that core body temperature dropping actually enables all the sleep hormones to kick on. It's powerful, guys, and it's so simple. We all have access to it. We all have the ability to pop into a bathtub, a shower, or even a fancy schmancy ice machine like I have, and get this exposure. I can't really say it any more clear than that of just try it, see how you do. There's a lot of other benefits, Lachey, that I could talk about, and I will talk about in the coming days, weeks, and months. So thank you for that. Props to you for being able to do it. Yeah. I mean, I've been working. See, this is the thing. People see me getting in this Morozco Forge and they're like, wow, you just started cold therapy. No, I've actually been working on it for about 3 years. It was right at 3 years ago, I started taking a shower, and then at the end of the shower would do, started with warm. Warm was all I could take when I first started. I was just like, it was just too much. But little by, and I'm starting to shiver now. This is what happens when you get out of the ice bath. Your body does that and the shiver. So I can feel it quivering all down my stomach. You might hear my voice kind of get quivery. So, but I'm shivering because that's what your body does to help warm you up. But I started 3 years ago in showers, started with warm water and just slowly moved it down to the colder temperatures. And so I did that until I got to the point where I could take a whole shower just with the cold temperature. And that was a breakthrough moment for me, because once I could handle the cold water at its very coldest setting in the shower, I knew I needed to go to ice. So then I went to Sam's Club and started buying 20-pound bags of ice, sticking them in my deep freezer. I'd keep like 5 or 6 bags of ice in my deep freezer at all times, and take an ice bath every day, putting water in the ice tub and then dumping the ice. Those of you that are longtime followers, you remember me doing that. So then I was able to procure this Morozco Forge, which is an ice tank, and it makes its own ice. You put water in it, and then it starts making its own ice, and it's got a filtration system. It's real fancy schmancy, and I'll be telling you more about them soon. But this actually controls the temperature to a certain level, and I've been putting it on pretty much the coldest setting that you can, which is right at 32 degrees. So I didn't see what the temp was today in there, but yesterday it was right under 33 degrees. So I like it. All I know is it's cold in there. I am very shivering right now, very much like I can feel everything in my belly is just shaking and quivering really hard, which I don't see as a bad thing. That's my body doing what it physiologically needs to do to warm up. And this is the fun part. Make yourself cold and your body will start reacting to make you warm again. It's cool. Like the way that works and the benefits that gives you, like don't underestimate that. I think a lot of people do. I'm going to set a goal to take a cold shower first. Yes, please do. Like everybody sees me in the ice and they're like, oh, I could never do that. That's too much. No. And I'm like, yeah, because you haven't even ridden a tricycle yet, much less trying to pop wheelies on a bicycle. You can't pop wheelies on a bicycle until you rode a tricycle with training wheels. You're just not going to do it. And you just got to be patient. I think you see somebody like myself who's done this a while. I feel like I've mastered cold therapy pretty well, to the point that that's not a big deal for me to do what I just did for 5 minutes. And you can't compare your journey to that. So start with cold shower. That's what I would recommend highly to anyone wanting to try this. Just try a little cooler in your shower when you're at the end of your shower. Don't replace your shower with this, by the way. Somebody said, I could never take a cold shower. I'm like, take your regular shower and then at the end of it, pull it down to the cold. And try to get at least a couple minutes of colder water touching your body, and especially over your head. I like to do the head there at the end, putting the water over my head, because there's a lot of inflammation in your brain. And if you can calm that down, and of course in the midsection of the body, for those of you that have adipose tissue there, it calms down that as well. I find for me, the full body approach is just, it's worked wonders for me. So yes, if you joined in late, this is day number 3 of 365 days that I am doing an ice bath challenge. I'm calling it Jimmy Ice, hashtag Jimmy Ice, and Ice Ice Baby. We're doing this, we're trying to normalize cold thermogenesis, because I feel like a lot of people have that knee-jerk reaction, I could never, and they just flat out say no. And the people that tell me, well, no, I'll never do that. I'm like, you act like you're insulting me somehow. I'm not a salesman trying to sell you on this. I'm just demonstrating that this is something you could add to your health journey that could help you. But I'm amazed by the visceral reaction that people have to this concept of making your body cooler. And then people are like, well, can I just stand out in the cold? Is that good enough? Can I roll around in the snow? Is that good enough? And look, anything that gets your body cooler is going to give you the benefits of cold thermogenesis. There's just something about being in cold water and ice water that makes this magical. I can't describe it adequately for you because you just have to experience it. And look, I will warn you, it sucks when you first start. Hello, Bulletproof Coconut. Go, Jimmy. It sucks when you first start. It sucks royally. It's painful. I would urge you, and here's what I want you to do. When you first get into cold shower and everything in your body is panicking and making you want to stop having that, I want you to focus on your breath. I want you to take long breaths in through the nose and then blow it out through the mouth, and then long breaths in through the nose, and try to be measured in your breathing, because when you get exposed to cold, the temptation is you want to do those short breaths. And the thing that will calm your brain and let you know that you're okay, because you are okay, is those long, measured breaths. You saw me at the beginning of when I got in today. I didn't automatically just start talking. I felt it to the point that I knew I needed to calm my brain first, and then I could talk to you guys. And I did okay the last 4 minutes. Once I calmed the brain down, it took me a little over a minute, and I got the brain calm, and then I was able to talk to you. Sharon says, almost like being in labor. I wouldn't know, Sharon, but if it's long, measured breaths while you're in labor, then great. Not the, I guess, all the stereotypes of women in labor. So Bill Cosby had a little bit back in the 80s. Push. Anyway, showing my age. But yes, you can actually mitigate a lot of the pain that people perceive with cold therapy with your breath. And just reminding yourself of the benefits, mentally reminding yourself of the benefits of why you're doing this and what the purpose is. And so just take that advice today. If you're not already doing some cold showers, try it. See how you do. I really want to hear how you're doing with this. You see me get in much more intense water every single day, and you will all year. I want to hear about your experience. And a lot of you have said, hey, I took a cold shower because I watched you yesterday And so great, like, and it's not always fun, and it won't be. It's not pleasant, but letting your body get used to cool, get used to having that cold exposure is going to pay off with such great dividends in your health. Somebody on YouTube today, from yesterday's video, they said, so are you going to lose weight from doing this? I'm like, I don't know, but if that's a benefit, I'm not going to be unhappy. But I'm not doing this for weight loss. But it definitely should provide some metabolic changes and inflammation lowering and a lot of things that should induce a lot of benefits. And obviously, I'll be here all year checking in every day. If I notice anything spectacular, I will definitely let you know of changes. But in the meantime, I'm proving I can do hard things. And that in and of itself is also a benefit, to prove to yourself you can do those hard things. All right, guys, let me pop off of here for now. Thank you so much for watching today. And once again, 365 days, we're going to do this. It's a challenge every day of 2022. I'm going to pop in for at least 5 minutes. Somebody on Facebook challenged me. You should do longer than 5 minutes. I'm like, dude, it's 32, 33 degrees. It's already pretty intense. And 5 minutes is a long time in there. You could go 20. I'm like, 20 to 30 is what he said. I was like, no, I'm not staying in 20 to 30 minutes in an ice bath. Not that cold. I've done 20 minutes in a 45 degree temperature ice bath. But yeah, not 32, 33 degrees. That's too much. That's too much. All right, guys, let me pop off of here for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back again soon. Bye, guys.